Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for stopping by. This time around, I kind of wanted to dial back the power a little bit. So there's no ultimate reality warping, transcending deity who controls infinite hierarchies that's above concepts of time, space. No. This time around, we're going to be keeping it much more grounded and much more simple. Also, shout out to you, Joshua, for the $10 donation. As for the Alistair and Zatanna video, you're more likely to see Zatanna in a different video aside and separate than Alistair, just saying. After 8 seasons of My Hero Academia and years of this channel being around, we never once got to talk about Deku.
You did talk about him, stupid!
Would you look at that? I mean, I guess I could talk about Deku in his ultimate prime form, but I guess it wouldn't just be fair if I use this scan. There's just no way, because it's 100% real. Like, oh my god. No, it's fake, guys. It's fake. If you cannot tell, it is fake. Yuji Itadori makes his way back to the YouTube channel after quite a little bit of time, and well, apparently now he's like the strongest sorcerer in JJK in the JJK sequel, and now there's aliens in JJK. No. Yo, you guys are pulling a Boruto right now. Dial it the fuck back now. Regardless of anything, with season 8 of My Hero Academia being out right now, I thought it would be the perfect time to talk about Deku anyways. The first thing that we need to go over with Deku is how he even got the power. The users of the One for All ability can transfer power to other people, even to an unwilling recipient. I wouldn't say Izuku is a master at hand-to-hand combat, but I would definitely argue that he's at least, capable of hand-to-hand combat. He created his own style called shoot style, which consists of like maneuvering the body, quick and precise movements to deliver powerful kicks, but that's just one way he used One for All, or creative way. He can amplify his strength, durability, agility, and speed with One for All. I mean, we did see him go Super Saiyan in a little bit of sense, but he's got green lightning instead of like yellow lightning, and then I guess there's Broly that's got green lightning, and I guess Deku's just a discount Super Saiyan from Temu. It's just one thing, it's just one thing after the next. In a sense, he can control and manipulate the air. For example, he can generate air pressure with his strikes. Oh, so scary. Also, he's able to create tornadoes as a side effect of his attacks. Funny enough, you can make the argument that Deku has non-physical interaction type hexes, and let me explain this to you young cubs. Unfortunately, this would be comparable to All Might, who can physically interact with beings made out of pure energy. So I mean, by the transitive property, and then he's got One for All that was passed down because he ate fucking hair, I guess he can do that. One thing that I would actually make Deku quite powerful is his keen combat analytical skills. He can use these analytical skills to predict his foe's next move and act accordingly. He has actively developed his analytical skills since childhood, and it's been showcased throughout the whole entire 8 seasons, with him getting a really high combat IQ. I won't spend too much time on these, but since Deku is the wielder of One for All, or well, the successor of One for All of All Might, he has the ability to use multiple and varying types of smash attacks. Well, I know who I'd smash, alright. Izuku throws a punch in order to create wind pressure in order to blow objects away. These are just 2 examples of him doing various types of smashes. Like I said, I'm not going to go over every single one of them because it's like the same result. Big explosion, win! Ooh. Let's talk about the people who actually had One for All before Deku. The stockpiling power of One for All has reached a point where the 8 previous bearers of One for All, despite being long dead or long having the quirk, can interact not only with the current bearer but with each other as well. This allows Deku to freely speak with his past predecessors, gaining the knowledge and even amidst battle. The vestiges also provide him resistance to mind-altering effects as their combined wills work alongside his own. First, let's talk about Izuku's ability of Black Whip, the quirk of the 5th user, Daigoro Banjo. This quirk allows Izuku to generate tendrils of black energy from his body that are good for grappling. It is useful for grabbing things from long distances, as well as increasing Izuku's mobility. There are 2 types of styles that he uses with Black Whip throughout the series. The first is when Izuku shoots a Black Whip tendril out of his mouth instead of his arms like he would usually do. The second is Izuku quickly shooting out a tendril from his arm while focusing on a specific point as a means of attacking the target. The quirk of the 7th user, Nana Shimura, the quirk allows Izuku to suspend himself and float mid-air. Ho! Yeah, I forgot he could fucking fly. Deku has precognition, in a sense anyways. The quirk of the 4th user, Higaki Shinomori, right? Yeah. This quirk allows Deku to detect imminent danger in his vicinity, and because of this, it has grown quite stronger since the first time the original user used it, because over time, with One For All, the powers get more and more powerful when they're passed down through the vestiges. By warning him with what Deku describes as a hard stabbing sensation in his head, he can dodge attacks or be alerted to threats before they can even happen. The sixth user of One For All is called N. This quirk allows Izuku to generate a thick cloud of smoke. This smoke can cover a very wide variety of area and obscure people's visions. Now, the third quirk user, well, this quirk allows Izuku to build up and store kinetic energy as he moves. He can later then release this stored energy as an explosive burst of speed and power, as great as his 100% state without suffering any of the drawbacks. Oh yeah, also Deku can like create after images now? The only reason why I asked that as a question was because Deku did create many after images of his punches during his fight with Fleck Turn. Oh yeah, also Deku can shoot laser beams? Like, bro, what do you even call this? Izuku unleashed hundreds of air blast projectiles powerful enough to demolish Fleck Turn's reflect quirk. Interesting. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned this before, but Deku can also break the laws of physics. I know, crazy. Gear Shift allows him to change speed while ignoring the laws of inertia. The pure sheer might of One For All combined with Gear Shift has the power to warp the laws that govern reality. There is so much wank bullshit I have seen with this scan. It's fucking disgusting. I literally remember kids saying Deku could beat Accelerator because he could break the laws of inertia. Bro, yeah, right. Deku lastly has a very limited way to control souls, funny enough. Deku can transfer One For All in such a violent way that it could hurt the very spirit of the receiver, which is then reflected onto their physical body, breaking both soul and body into pieces. Wielders of One For All can fight and repel intruders who enter their soul and even destroy other souls. I'm sorry guys, I still can't believe fucking Deku got his powers by eating a strand of hair. That's just insane to me. Fucking asinine. Literally the same thing as Yuji Itadori. He ate a fucking finger and now he's got some demonic demon inside of him. Bro, can I eat a napkin and get like the power to warp all reality, please? Like, what the fuck? Now, I have to mention this because it's very, very relevant to the story and this video. Apparently, Deku is faster than light now? I don't know what you guys think of this too, but I need your motherfucking opinions. Firstly, it's important to know that this was in the movie, so I don't know if it's technically canon. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but I think it is. In any case, Deku was out over here dodging lasers. Now, I don't want to be that guy and say, yes, this is just the movie, and yes, this instantly gives him faster than light speeds, but I mean, what the fuck do you call this? I don't know, guys. I need your opinion about this. I really do. I have no idea. Deku is fucking wild for a character of this tier. But now, let's shift our attention to Yuji Itadori, and let me say one thing. Again, this JJK Suiko is going to be stupid as fuck. Again, these aliens do not need a place in it. I know I heard it somewhere, and then on top of that, I just you know what, I can't, bro. Please don't be a Boruto. Like, literally everything was perfect in season 1, kinda almost. The fights were good, everything was good. Gojo was a discount Kakashi, but he had a really cool power. Yuji was pretty cool. Nobara wasn't a fucking bitch, useless sack of shit like Sakura. Oh my god, just don't be a Boruto. Now, it should come to no one's surprise, but Yuji Itadori is a very skilled hand-to-hand combat fighter. Yuji can see cursed spirits that are invisible to the human eye, and he was able to interact with them. This gives him non-physical interaction, of course. Oh, yeah, I also forgot that Yuji Itadori could use weapons. Yuji is very proficient with a knife that he uses to fight against curses when he ever so wanted to. Since we are talking about a character from the Jujutsu Kaisen universe, I think it's quite self-evident that he is a grade 2 sorcerer that can wield cursed energy. Since the series deals with a lot of supernatural phenomenon, it's also pretty sure he's got good willpower, or pretty high willpower. Now here's where it gets a little bit silly. Even though Itadori is reliant on Sukuna, Sukuna can resurrect Yuji and regenerate his body from critical wounds or anything that could eventually just kill him. I mean, he did die technically in the anime. This means he has type 8 immortality, and funny enough, the only way to get rid of Sukuna is through One For All, the soul destroying ability. But there ain't no way Deku could ever kill anybody in any case, regardless of what the consequences might be. I mean, dude, he's still a hero with morals. That's just beyond unlikely. Oh, Sukuna can just protect Yuji from attacks that inflict the soul? Huh, would you look at that? I had no idea he could do that. I retract my last statement then, I guess. That's kind of wild. Itadori has the power to use Black Flash, but what is Black Flash, just so you know? Black Flash is a distortion in space that occurs when cursed energy is applied within 0.000000001 seconds of a physical hit. When a sorcerer is able to achieve this, their cursed energy flashes black. Oh, wow, nice name. And the destructive power of their strikes equal to a normal hit with the power of 2.5. With the power of 2.5, sorry. Yuji has these skills to control threads, which allows him to bind opponents. Over the course of time, he learned to control Divergent Fist since his fight with Choso. Now, Divergent Fist is a special technique where Itadori uses cursed energy in conjunction with his physical strikes. The main feature of this technique is that it allows the user to deliver 2 strikes in a quick succession. The first hit comes with his physical power, while the second one comes from cursed energy he imbues into the punch. Later on down the line in the series, he actually gets a form of regeneration. In the Shinjuku Showdown arc, he can now use reverse curse techniques. He regenerates from severe wounds from Sukuna's dismantle attacks multiple times over. Whoa! He can control blood now? After consuming the death paintings, he gains blood manipulation, which can cause his blood to explode, resembling Choso's, or I guess anybody's blood. He's a bloodbender. When Yuji Itadori was fighting Sukuna, he can disrupt the attunement of Sukuna and Megumi's physical form through awakening Megumi's dead soul. It also hampers Sukuna's cursed energy output as it drops and his physical control decreases. I don't know what the fuck you call this, but after achieving it through awakening from Black Flash, Yuji can use Shrine. His Shrine resembles a dashed line with scissors showing where he's cutting an object, and he can do so over a short range. So he selectively chooses what to target, such as the barrier between Sukuna and Megumi's soul. But now let's get on to Yuji's domain expansion, because now this I did not talk about in the last video I talked about Yuji, or used Yuji with, because at that point we had no idea what it could be. Now that we are done with the regular main series of JJK, we can kind of go a little bit further into it. Yuji's domain expanded far higher above the buildings around and has a wider diameter. Since he can use a simple domain expansion which neutralizes barriers imbued with curse technique to nullify a domain's guaranteed hit effect and weakens curse techniques themselves, this gives Yuji a power form of power nullification to a certain extent. But now the all-time question, what is Yuji's domain expansion? Well, the domain expansion doesn't actually have a name. It was never revealed to us. The implied effect of the domain expansion is depicted as a way of Yuji to successfully separate Sukuna from Megumi's soul. It's heavily implied that it has a soul-affecting sure hit technique attack, or at least one that allows him to better utilize his technique that targets souls, forcing Sukuna's separation. So unfortunately, while we don't know exactly what it can actually do, we can only speculate given the information that we have. Bro, that's like a genuine kick in the fucking nutsack, bro. Everybody that read Jujutsu Kaisen got fucking blue balled. It feels so bad that it's just like Kuma blue balling everybody who loves Bleach, like myself. I love the anime series Bleach. I think it's fucking amazing. But we never got to see Ichigo's true Bankai. Like, all we could do with Ichigo's true Bankai is speculate that he has the power to crush and reverse fate to some capacity. That's just... Fuck you guys. I'm actually not gonna lie though, I really do think Deku takes this funny enough, even though Sukuna has type 8 immortality. Because, Outerversal Deku, I mean, come on now. Kidding. Calm down. Based on their current abilities and hacks, oh my god. Izuku Midoriya holds the upper hand over Yuji Itadori in most combat scenarios. Deku's danger sense provides him with superior precognition, allowing him to anticipate and dodge attacks with ease, a significant advantage over Yuji's Itadori's more limited awareness. Additionally, One for All grants Deku immense strength, speed, and reflexes, allowing him to overpower Yuji's physical prowesses. Deku also has a diverse set of abilities such as Black Whip, Float, and Smokescreen, giving him versatility and adaptability in battle, whereas Yuji's fighting style is more reliant on raw strength and cursed energy, which has limited options. While Yuji is strong and skilled, his lack of full control over Sukuna's powers and inaccessibility to access his full domain expansion consistently puts him at a disadvantage against Deku, in my opinion, who has honed his abilities to the fullest potential. Yuji's abilities to use Sukuna's powers is very inconsistent, and without the full, well-rounded set of skills or abilities of Sukuna's domain expansion, I believe he kind of struggles to keep up with Deku's roundabout skill sets. However, Yuji does unlock Sukuna's full strength and then pulling off a major game changer in the battle. So if we talk about peak Yuji in a sense, honestly, it could go either way. Deku's speed, strength, and hacks would likely secure him a situation in most wins and most times. So that would be like an 8 out of 10 Deku would win. Oh, I can't forget how he also warps reality, which is kind of fucking insane. But jokes aside, like, what would happen if like Deku got hit by the domain expansion? Considering that they're both faster than light speeds, if we just go with the basis of that, and that Deku is faster than light for some fucking odd reason, what would happen if like Deku just got hit by Sukuna's or Yuji's domain expansion? Like, could Yuji technically rip away One for All, like, away from Deku? If his abilities to separate souls, like could he do that? I mean, that's pretty, I don't know, I think that's pretty fucking interesting to think about. Like I said, I feel like it could go either way. If Yuji could secure a domain expansion on Deku, I think he could win. But overall, given like the basis and a majority of the time, I genuinely do think Deku would win. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm not the biggest My Hero Academia fan. I don't rep the verse or anything like that. I don't even like the characters that much. However, though, I do like Bakugo. I think his dub voice actor is fucking hilarious and he nailed the part. So if there's one good thing to come out of My Hero Academia, it's definitely Bakugo, and I'll stand by that. I think Bakugo made the show 1,000 times better. Plus, season 8's genuinely like kicking ass. I think it's got like all like 9-point ratings for each episode, which is insane, to be honest.
Damn nutsack face.
Oki, can you help me with English?
Of course. That's so lame! Why doesn't the #1 hero have a bigger car?
In any case, God, JJK, please don't do aliens. Please don't do no fucking bullshit, Momoshiki, fucking Ichiki, whatever the fuck those dumb fucking bald-ass aliens are called. Weak fucking fodder-ass bitches. Anyways, do you guys agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And with that being said, I am out, and then I guess I will see you guys in the next video, which will be the ORT video.